Now, I wrote another tool for Conrad's Fantasy on-the-fly adventures. This would use in conjunction with the auto player, or it can just be used if you need some ideas on how to put together missions of your own, fantasy missions. And it'll generate a patron and rival and give you quest notes. What's nice about these Excel files as well is that I can click in here, and if I want to put in notes for myself, a note to me, I can do that, and it would save with the game if I hit the save. And just in general, you know, if I hit the new quest, it prompts me that everything's going to disappear. I have a chivalrous knight. The rival is going to be the Basilisk Zard, occultist. I'm going to start the quest where I'm going to make my way to Wessex. I'll put up a map perhaps in the final version of this to show you. And then I'm going to meet a patron. That's that chivalrous knight. And he's a loyalist of the Duchy of Wessex, and he's going to introduce me to a family member, Bloom. And it'll go on to say that we're going to travel to the tundra in the far north. The next stage, like the initial stage, you would use the travel encounters inside the auto player booklet. But once that the destination is reached, you're going to travel along roads, enter an unfamiliar township, descend into the underworld, and these can be in any order. And this is all on the fly. And as it says, this is only the half of it. You can cross a difficult place of uncertain terrain. You are missing a vital piece of information, and there will be a time when you must overtake and defeat an elusive sub-boss. Complete all these asterisks, tasks, and then you'll move on to the end game. And so from here, I can start with my first encounter as I move into the tundra of the far north, which is where I'm eventually going to go. And the situation, the players are in an unfamiliar township and looking for help that's needed, information, typically an NPC, and it'll prompt you here. That's one of the quest's asterisk provisos. So all of these tables are integrated together to prompt you, so you get a level of continuity through the quest. It's not just a random event generator like you'll see on some things online or in the back of the monster manual, old monster manual. I am going to have somewhere in my quest that I'm going to need a piece of vital information or a clue, and in this township it actually says that I can find that, or as it says, I need to travel into an unfamiliar township, and I've done so here. So after I complete this event of the encounter, now I have a skill challenge with this. I'm just making a level 1 quest here. I can bump this up and make it even higher, and I can do that on the fly. Every time you do that, it's going to change the quest action. If I want to add a double danger here and add a skill challenge, it will generate a skill challenge in there. If I want to advance to the next objective, if I have already completed like this travel on the roads, or I should say this enter a township, I could advance the objective, and then it would give me the next adventure. Now I'm traveling cross-country with encounters, and again, I could double up the danger if I wanted. I could hit this and have another situation where it's a time challenge, and you're going to go around the table, and each player is going to demonstrate a skill of affinity. In each of the encounters that you generate, there's going to be a magic item, usually a charm that's generated, and those can be rewarded to the players after they complete this battle. In this case, they're going to fight the Minotaur Antigone, a cultist, and it can either be a real Minotaur or a human who either has illusions of the Minotaur or not even that far. He's just called by the ceremonial title of Minotaur. A lot of that is just up to you and campaign color and flair. When you finally get to the end game climax, it'll show you that you're going to need 3 steps of various things. The end game is a series of monsters, traps, and obstacles leading up. You can do it the easy way or the hard way. Get back on schedule, reach the next waypoint, and compensate for delays. Fight a battle or resolve a skill challenge. So you have the 2 options here. And as you get into the end game climaxes, you'll see more magic is required in order to get past them. And I can show the next quest here. I can always hit this if I thought, well, on the fly, that's either too difficult, I didn't understand it, or didn't really like the encounter. It didn't fit the way I was actually trying to make the game. Note the quest notes are staying consistent, so again, if I put that note in here from turn to turn, note test, and I go to the next encounter, the note test is still in here, so I can put my permanent notes, if I start a session on one day, go back and do it on the next or in the next week. My notes from the previous session will be right in this. So it's a nice little tool that you can pop up and use. It's free for download on the Space Gamer website. Well, that's all I got to say on that. If you're looking for something to help you out running your games, you can go over to the Space Gamer website and hit the downloads link, and you'll find it in the menu here in just a little bit. More later.